It's Beer and Food O'Clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and today's video is all about Fray Bentos and a Cloud Piercer Pale Ale from Bone Machine Brewing Company. I want to talk to you about Fray Bentos first because this company first started exporting corned beef to the UK in 1899, it says on the internet. It says here since 1881, that's probably when the company was formed. I'll be very quick with you with this, guys. This was very popular post-war, after the war, World War II. So late 1940s, 1950s, probably started to decline a little bit in its popularity in the 1960s. The reason for that was because people were poor. So why am I reviewing this or eating this today? Well, two reasons. I've never ever tried one of these. Always been intrigued by one of these Fray Bentos pies. What they look like, what they taste like. It was actually in the army rationing packs of the British soldiers in World War II also, which is really, really interesting. So, they slipped this into their backpack, undone the lid with a tin opener, chucked it in the oven for half an hour, or cooked it on their mesh tin, whatever they did, for half an hour, and they had a nice steaming hot pie. So let's get it out. Oh, and another thing I want to say very, very quickly before I do is that, yeah, the reason why I'm doing this now, you might be asking, why am I doing this now in 2018? Well, we're in a funny place, aren't we, 2018? UK, where I'm from, going through Brexit, massive turmoil in the country, on about massive job losses going forward in the next few months. People may want a cheap dinner, so I'm going to show this as a cheap dinner. Also, in America, I'm not sure if this is sold in America, but you've got the whole kind of Donald Trump with his tariffs thing going on, and there just seems to be problems all over the world now, and I just think we're heading, unfortunately, into a massive recession, and people are going to need to eat cheap food and feed their families. So, hence the video for Fray Bentos minced beef and onion pie. First of all, though, I've done some research on this pie, and I'm going to show some of you people out there, the younger generation, how, and this sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? I read on the internet that the younger generation have trouble opening a Fray Bentos pie because they don't know how to use a tin opener. So the first thing you're going to want to do then is preheat your oven. You see on the back of the tin to get it up, I'm using gas to gas mark 8. That's about 230 Fahrenheit. Next thing you're going to want to do is get this pie open. So, for the younger generation, this is a military style tin opener, which I bought from Tiger in Cardiff. Get it on the edge of your tin. See the lip? Get that there. And then get it on the edge of your worktop and just pierce. And then just rock it back and forth. Easy as that, guys. My goodness me, look at this. Oh, it's proper. It's really gassy. And there's some liquid in the corner, look at that. Okay, in the oven it goes. And the beauty of that is, it's got a metal tin, a metal base. It cooks itself, it sorts itself out. You can now get on with your mashed potato or whatever you're going to have it with. I'm going to get some chips on, I think. Let's get this pie out of the oven, guys. Look at that! Steaming hot pie. £1.20 that cost. This tin's getting a little bit hot. I'm going to put it on the plate. And then, should we just dive straight into this? Steaming hot pie. No messing about here. No messing about. When you're hungry, get the spoon out. I'll tell you what I will do. I promised you a beer, didn't I? This is the Bone Machine Brewing Company Cloud Piercer New Zealand Pale Ale at 4.7% ABV. What do they say in the UK, where I'm from? What do they say? Pie in a pint. The crust looks amazing. You seen what it looked like beforehand. It just didn't look edible at all, did it? When I kind of got that tin open, it was probably the last thing you wanted to kind of put in the oven. But look at that. They know what they're doing. The good old Fray Bentos. Look at that. Lovely crispy pie crust. Oh my goodness me. Minced beef and onion. This is going to be boiling hot, but I can't wait. Oh man. Oh, it's hot. Unbelievable. Oh, blimey. It's molten. Molten hot. Good job I got an asbestos mouth. The pastry is insane. The pastry's the key. The pastry is absolutely key here to this pie. It's almost like a magic trick. You can buy pastries in the shops. You put them in the oven. Puff pastry comes out amazing. Puff pastry is the key here. It's a visual thing. Look at it. If I'm perfectly honest, put that down a minute, there's a lot more pastry than pie. A lot more pastry than pie. Let's change that. There's a lot more pastry than minced beef. Get the aroma on this beer. Lovely, citrusy, lemony, grapefruit. This was brewed at Velvet Owl Brewing Company in Caerphilly. It's a contract brew, this is. They brewed this for Bone Machine Brewing Company, this Cloud Piercer New Zealand Pale Ale. It smells really good. A typical New Zealand Pale Ale. Let's dive in. Yeah, it's pretty good. It goes really well with the pie. That lovely pastry and the meat goes really well with. It's very light. It's a very light beer. It's got a nice aroma for the hops. It's almost like a jammy tart like aroma. And then there's some bitterness on the back end. There's grapefruit, jam, plum, fig. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Not bad at all. So for your Saturday night, Friday night, any night of the week, if you're looking for a cheap night, a couple of cheap beers from the supermarket, Fray Bentos pie. I really didn't know what to expect from this pie, in all honesty. I picked it up from my local supermarket, my local kind of pound shop type supermarket. It's called Pound Stretcher. And you never quite know what to expect, because there's a lot of this type of stuff. You will find this type of stuff in places like Home Bargains, Pound Stretcher, that type of value place. But this brand, this pie, has been produced during the war, post-war, after the war. It's now 2018, they're still selling these products. So it couldn't have been that bad. And that's the reason why I bought it. Trump with his tariffs, Theresa May with her lovely Brexit plan. We're heading for some kind of turmoil. And this is, I suppose, a video on how you can feed yourself relatively cheaply. Have something relatively warm and hot in your belly for the times to come. This is not a political video. I didn't want it to be a political video. We're 6 months outside of Brexit, happening next year, 2019. It's currently September 2018. People are sick to death of the word Brexit. They want it over, they want it done. It seems to be in the news every single day for the last year, 2 years. It's a really annoying word now. It's holding back the economy. The more they talk about it, the more it's holding back the economy. But again, I'm not going to really go into politics with this. I've given you my views. I've given you a cheap Fray Bentos minced beef and onion pie with a tidy beer. And I hope you can enjoy a cheap night on me one night and go and enjoy a nice Fray Bentos minced beef and onion pie. Cheers, everyone. If you like what you see, please comment, please subscribe, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! And cheers.